Hello and welcome to Mom's Car. Oh, what a pleasure it is today to introduce you to Nate Tuck. Maybe if you listen to Armchair Expert, you would have heard him tell an incredible rattlesnake story on Armchair Anonymous. But Nate and I have been friends from, I don't know, virtually since I moved to LA. 30 years. We met in the Groundlings. He's just the sweetest guy. He produced the 3 movies that I've directed. And I call him my creative soulmate. It's not often that I get to hang out with my East Coast and West Coast best friend, but it was a blast. Please enjoy Nate Tuck.
You know what's smart? Checking Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds on car insurance. You know what's not smart? Not checking that your sunroof is closed before going through the car wash. Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Potential savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North America Insurance Co. and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Riding with 3 people in a car was standard biz from 16 to 22.
Always.
Right? And then as you become an adult, you're never just cruising around in a car.
With your buds. It's so much
fun. It never happens. Yeah.
We did so many years like this.
Yes, and it's, I don't know, it's just very nostalgic and very fun. Nate, is this the longest you've had off work in 5 years, this 90 minutes you've committed to this podcast?
I was so happy because I was like, I had a huge meeting this morning.
He was on a meeting walking through the door here.
I was.
Always.
Yeah, I was on speakerphone. Always.
Nate's life is, your tombstone will say he was in a meeting.
Oh, no, man.
He died doing what he loved, taking a meeting.
I walked in with my phone up to my mouth, and so, of course, the door's open, and that's how Weakley saw me. Yeah.
No, we didn't rent a 4K. We rented a 10K.
13.5. 13.5.
13.5. No one said 13.2. It's always been 13.5.
13.5.
Guys, better hold the fort down for the next 90 minutes.
I bet everything's going to fucking fall
apart.
Shit in your absence.
You don't have the acceleration you usually do, big guy.
Oh, yes, I do. This thing's got a lot of get up and go.
Oh, look at
Again,
that.
friend.
Yeah, the joke about this car is, like, of course, I was like, Kristen, let's get you something rad. Like, let's get a fucking Escalade or something.
What'd she say?
Well, no, this is her car. She loves it. And I'm like, oh, boy. But I have been driving it every day to school in the morning for years now.
And now you love it.
I fucking love it. Look how quiet it is in here.
Yeah, it is kind of nice.
No ADR necessary.
I just felt for a minute you pulled out of your driveway and there was a car coming pretty quickly.
Sure.
And usually, 99.9% of the time, it's no problem because you have a lot going on.
A lot of ponies
under the hood. I was a little nervous
up.
back there for a split second. Sure, and I'm never nervous.
Nate had an incredible idea for, was it your bachelor party?
Because of you, yeah. Yeah, we went out to the desert and rode the play cars.
Yeah, so Nate had ridden with me on the very first time I got that Class 1 car when I had never driven anything like it. And we went out and the dude who I bought it from showed us, he's like, come ride with us.
Oh,
So much adrenaline.
and I had never even, he knew all about it, but
I didn't, but...
I had never even watched it. I didn't know
Dax pretended he knew all about it.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't know the speeds. It's hard to fathom the speeds until you're in that thing with all open air around you and zero understanding of how the car stays on 4 tires.
Well, and how about his speech before we took off, too? Because we just jumped behind these dudes that have been doing this for a decade racing.
Right.
And the guy's like, okay, you fucking see something scary? Hammer down.
Yeah.
It's always better to have the front end light. You're about to hit a tree, punch it. You want the front end light. And I'm like, oh my God. So every time I'm scared forward is the edict. And that was true. Because remember, like, we came around a corner and there was like, what are they, arroyos? The water had come through and it was a pretty good sized cliff.
It was.
And the instinct was like, oh shit, there's a
Slow
cliff.
down.
But I punched it and we went off just fine and stayed level.
But that's the thing. Most people are not going to punch it.
Even if they've been told to punch
Even if they've been told. It's
Right.
against human nature. It's against your instincts. It's survival.
Your survival instinct. Yeah, that is the hurdle you have to overcome if you get into off-road racing. But anyways, okay, so it was your bachelor party.
Yeah.
What is so funny is the condition of all your friends.
We're so fucked up We were we got to Palm Springs the night before, and we all drank in the bar of the Ace Hotel.
Sure.
And myself included. And I knew better.
Sure.
I knew to stay away from the margaritas. But it's like your 21st birthday. You're there. Everyone's throwing drinks down your gullet, and so
It's like your old friends.
everyone's so excited, and everyone overdoes it, as everyone always does when you're so excited to see your buddies.
Guys were eating with their shirts off inside this nice restaurant.
Their shirts off were
Probably
they were
forgot
they were
their
off so
shirts.
quickly at the bar, tons of shirts off, slamming drinks.
Nice.
And so that morning, by the way,
We got to add Panay, sweet Andrew Panay, who's had no experience with this.
no,
This is
he's like, who the fuck are these gorillas?
Yes, he's like, what are these friends of Nate's? They all have their shirts off at dinner. And I'm like, they're just, it's
They
kind of
bring
like
like baseball bats and stuff.
We used to always, back in the day,
they were playing catch in
in the old days of the parties, it was who can get all their clothes off first.
Yeah, that was your great party trick. And I'm glad we grew up in an era where that wasn't sexual assault.
Right. Because like the clothes, Dax was at a party, this is like in '96, and I disappeared for about 2 minutes, and I came back out of my room in nothing but a weight belt.
That was his move.
An old leather weight belt.
Old leather weight belt. And would start doing calisthenics.
And I also
yeah.
start looking at things that are the problems with the house, like bending over and seeing, and there's a problem with the corner here. I got some paint chipping here in the corner. And so a full bend over.
What a time to be alive, because everyone loved it. I mean, part of it is you have the best personality and you're not threatening at all. You're clearly a good guy, but nothing delighted people more than when you would stroll out in the middle of a party and start examining all of the joists.
Squatting over to look at something on the floor, bending over to look at something on the floor.
Some toe touches.
A couple somersaults.
Yes, high kicks.
Remember in Eastern
And then
Promises?
he would just disappear back into his room and come out clothed.
Yes,
It was what a routine.
It was a big routine. Do you remember Eastern Promises Weakley when they had the bath? They go to the bathhouse, and they literally have a fist fight, fully naked.
It's the
And
scariest fight.
It's the scariest and funniest fight you've ever seen. Every once in a while, someone would swing around, and inertia would slap their nuts against their thighs, and it's all on camera. It's all on camera. So that's kind of how it was. Just find the right angle.
Okay, back to Palm Springs.
So we get up in the morning, and everyone is just terribly hungover, and they had no idea what they were getting into. Just like me, the first time I went with Dax, they had no idea what they're getting into. And once you get in that car and they start going, everything gets real immediately. Because how fast are you going, Dax, on the straightaways?
85, 90, but
90.
over like 4 foot whoops,
Is everyone taking rides with you, or are they driving their own car?
He summons up that same group that took us out the first time and said, would you guys be willing to take all my buddies for a ride for my bachelor party? And they were so fucking nice.
Mind you, it's not sanctioned. There's no rules.
No, I know that
You don't
much.
sign a waiver.
Sure.
You just get in a car with guys who you were trusting.
It's a 50-50 shot. You're surviving.
And you don't know what condition they're in either.
Of
By the way, they were drinking.
Yeah.
While they were driving, yeah.
There
I'd feel
were
more comfortable if
Coors
they're
Lights. There were
drinking.
Coors Lights all over the place. And I was like, all right, they want to loosen up a little
That's
bit. before
barely
they get
drinking, but yeah.
Exactly. So in the first half an hour,
Lee Kreiner. Let's give him a shout out.
Lee Kreiner.
Lee Kreiner.
By the way, Lee, riding with Lee, can I say this one thing? I don't know if you do it too, but when you're in the passenger seat with Lee, he will make sure that you don't go near his brake. So he's like this. He drives like this, and he's got his elbow, and so he digs his elbow into your side. And he goes this, he goes, "Dig in." And so I didn't know, like, is he pissed off at me, or is he protecting himself and everyone in the car? But he's like this. He goes. But he's staring at the road the whole time.
I never rode with him. By the way, we blew right by.
The hot
having
spot?
so fun. We already deep past just Sunset Junction. We post up at Sunset Junction and wait for action.
Wait for an order to come through.
Do you, when you're driving it, do you make sure that the person in the passenger seat is away from your right arm?
No.
Who's gonna grab that brake? That's insane. I think someone would do that.
That's why it was confusing.
Yeah, and he was mad. Also, they were riding like 4 in a car. Mine was just a 2-seater.
That's true.
So you're in with 4 people, and if you feel sick, you can't stop this thing. No one can hear anything because it's so fucking
so loud,
and bouncy, and everyone's hungover, and guys are fucking
Wiggy.
yakking out the window. like fucking.
It's flying. Everyone's like, oh, no. And the driver, one driver, finally is like, fuck this. And he pulls over.
Everyone get your throw-ups out of the way, basically. And I pulled up. Were you and I riding together? No.
No. You guys,
I wonder who I had.
Oh, you had Palmer.
Oh, I did. Okay.
Yeah.
I had Palmer. So, yeah, I'm in back. So when I pull up, there's 3 guys standing next to the car. Everyone's booting on the side of the trail. And I'm like, dude, they enjoyed that. There's no fucking way they could have enjoyed that. Maybe retroactively, they're really stoked they had the experience.
They were shitting in their pants. I look back. My brother tells the story. My older brother was in the back seat. And he said, here's what he was. He was behind the driver. And he was like,
praying.
He looks at me. And he said he looked up at me and I was like this with the microphone, talking to the driver. I was like, hey, that was a big turn right there. That was pretty awesome right there. But only because I had so much experience with Dax before that. These guys, they're the first time. And they didn't sign a waiver.
Yeah.
By the way, one of those cars bought it. They missed a turn going through the wash. And they went right into a big...
Oh, I don't remember
Fooling your friends?
Oh, yeah.
But it didn't destroy the car, obviously. I don't remember.
No, we were just,
on
by the
it.
way, I was laughing, but also going like...
That nervous laugh where you're trying not to embarrass the driver who just almost killed all you guys. Isn't that a weird instinct?
Yes.
You don't want to embarrass.
You're trying to protect him, but he just put it into a fucking tree, a tree stump.
I think that's like a deep evolutionary thing.
I think so too.
Like
I think
chief of the fucking tribe just embarrassed the shit out of himself. And you know, if he gets embarrassed, he's going to start killing people or something.
When I got in that crash outside of Provo, Utah, we flipped that van. Remember that story?
Please tell me.
We're driving up. We're in college, and a bunch of us get a Dodge Ram van. Those old Ram vans
Yes,
have
I
the
can
single seats in the back.
Yeah.
So there's a single
Was
seat
this not
across.
the Beachcomber?
No.
Okay.
And a single seat behind it. We're going up to Jackson Hole. Let's undo the big seats, face each other so we can play cards on the way up there.
Sure.
Those things are really, really heavy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We're halfway up.
The 70s, that's like a 400-pound bench seat.
I'm sorry. Sometimes it takes me so long, but please continue. I fucking remember the story now.
Dude,
Yes.
yes. But my point, so we're all going up there. Everyone's hammered. The driver's not, and the passenger's not. But everyone in the back seat's hammered. Everyone's passed out except for me. I had to go pee so badly. I'm hammered. I grab a Gatorade bottle, and I stand up with my hand on the roof, and I start peeing in the Gatorade bottle. And right 3/4 of the way through my pee, the back of the van goes. We're doing 80.
Oh,
I was
on like snow ice or just
black ice.
Oh,
It was the back of the van goes, and I was like, oh no. And he goes, and he overcorrects.
oh.
I'm still standing up, hands still on top, and we hit the side bank and started flipping, and everything slowed down. We land. Dude, those big seats. How
Bench
no one got
seat.
decapitated?
Yeah, or their fucking head crushed in. Yeah.
We all
More
landed on a pile,
likely.
and my first instinct, just like what happens when someone crashes, is like, first of all, I was naked. I was naked, so I was so confused because you hit and you're like, why am I naked?
Why are my clothes on?
So my first feeling was embarrassment.
It's not gratitude.
Embarrassment. And then my second thought was like, I was embarrassed. I'm like, why am I naked? Getting my pants up. And then I was like, the driver trying to make sure he was okay. Meanwhile, he's the one who fucking bought it.
Yeah,
right.
Why is that the instinct?
I don't know. It's bad. It's
You're
bad.
just yelling at them.
It's like there's something about like maybe you grow up and you know like it's safest to not point out that dad messed up. Like if dad gets embarrassed, it's like some really rash and illogical declarations are coming really quick. That's it. We're never going camping again. Like some over the top defensive.
My dad lost his shit at the parking lot of Safeway on Christmas morning. It's 4 of us and mom's in the front seat. We're all 4 lined up in the back seat, and he lost it. He's like, "Dick," and he doesn't want to swear, so he's like, "You son of a bitch!" And we are
At another driver.
We're laughing, and the guy didn't do anything.
Okay.
We're laughing. We're dying in the back.
Yeah.
And the guy pulls up, slowly rolls his window, and he goes, "Hey, pal." He goes, hey, pal, it's Christmas morning. Smile. And we're like, whoa! Oh, poor Dad. Dad got it.
Yeah.
Dad got hit.
Oh, man. That reminds me, my dad was briefly married to this woman, Tammy, and we went up to northern Michigan, I think probably for Christmas, so it was super snowy up there. And for some reason, she was driving. I don't know why. And of course, we get behind a guy, and he's going too slow for my dad's liking, and he's in the passenger seat. My brother and I are in the back. And he's going, Tam, go around this guy. Just go around this guy.
Come on,
Tam. He's reaching over and honking the horn while she drives. You know, for that seat. Get the fuck out, right?
Oh, that's the worst.
When my brother and I are in the back seat, and you know, my father was an enormous man. And when Tammy finally pulls out on the snowy road to pass, as we're going by, my dad rolls the window, and he gets his entire body out the window. And he goes, "Oh, you stupid fucker!" And my brother and I, something about stupid fucker, and he was flipping him off. Well, Tammy was like, Dave, get in the car. You stupid fucker. The rest of the vacation, always just calling everything a
Holy
stupid fucker.
Shit, that is there is something hilarious about stupid fucker.
Oh, it is.
You fucker.
Your old man never got into anything physical, though, right?
No, he was
a lawyer. He was
so sweet. He is so sweet.
Yeah.
But when he loses his temper, he was always trying to hold back.
Son of a... It's like the dad.
You got fucked up. So he didn't want to swear so much because the kids.
Sure. Forget the behavior. It's the words. Heaven forbid those sounds come out during your tirade.
And meanwhile, I think about it all the time because when I get pissed off
By the rice place.
in front of my
beans or rice and
in front of my kids, I get pissed off, and it is, I just try not to, but it is. Motherfucker! God, motherfuck! and I will think about my dad who tried so hard to hold back. And I'm like, I gotta do better.
I
gotta
Also,
do
you have
better.
the advantage of you're probably much older than your dad was, right?
Well, that's the thing. I
think
should.
if you had fucking kids in your 20s, I think about it all the time.
I didn't know who I was in my 20s.
Aaron, how old were you when you had weight?
32?
I think of you as an older 32, like you had done some. Like, were you an older 32?
I could have hung it up at that point and settled down.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had done plenty of stuff.
Yeah. I had nothing left to prove.
You had an active 20s.
Yeah, but
But you were ready at 32. I guess you always adapt.
But Aaron had this interesting paradox where he was not afraid of commitment. You always had animals and stuff.
Sure.
Yeah, you were not afraid of, let's get some dogs and ferrets. I'll take care of them.
Not me.
Also, I black out and I don't come home sometimes for a couple of days, but that's not going to get in the way.
yeah. Now I think about that, I'm like, what did I do?
Who handled
I'm afraid to go to lunch with my dogs home now. They're left alone too long.
You're a nervous wreck the whole lunch.
I probably should have done that. I had nothing to do with pets for the first half of my life. Only because I think I was also fucking
First half, you just got your first animal, right?
3/4. 2010 when I met Kalimba, she had 2 cats.
Oh, okay.
Also, when I lived with you, I got to live with dogs every day, and so I got to experience like the joy of that. But those are KB's dogs. Like,
Yes.
they're so special. They're so nice. It's all love. My dog I grew up with hated us.
Oh.
We grew up 4 kids in a row, and our dog Daisy only liked our mom. She
Hated the guys.
hated us. You're at dinner. We're kids. What do we know? We're kids. And all of a sudden, like, at your toes. She's biting our toes. I'm like, fuck! I'm like, Mom! And poor Mom's like, she's like, I don't know. But
Daisy never bites me.
Daisy bit us all the time. She hated us. So I was kind of, I think, scarred from that. So it was no pets for a while for me.
Did I tell you when my dad, I'm just remembering, I'm like, did my dad fight in front of me before?
Yeah.
Once.
Oh.
It was at a roofer's. It was at a. Okay, hold on.
What a tough convention.
This was
Not where you pick a fight.
Yeah. This is at a. I was very young, but it was like a builder supply function, right?
That's a bunch of tough
the
guys.
builder supply is all. It was a roofing supply company, so it was all roofers that came. And my dad took. This was like one of the weekends we were with him. My little sister. She was probably 4 and I was 9, let's say. And he had his new wife, or his new girlfriend at the time, really young, good looking then. And she came, this is what I remember. She was pouring a can of beer all over her arm. And my dad goes, "What are you doing?" And she said, "This guy licked my arm."
Oh.
And
no.
and so then he's like, "Oh, where is he?"
Which guy?
Yeah. So now we had to follow him around, looking for him and looking for her to point him out.
How old were you?
Oh, God.
Like 9.
Oh my God. Oh my
And,
God. This is so scary with
And
those men.
she pointed him out. He was getting into a car. This part I remembered. I remember the car. It was a fucking Trans Am, like real cool fucking car.
This guy rocks. He's
Yeah, he was awesome.
That's awesome.
And he fucking jumped in his car and just started going. And my dad
He jumped in his car?
Like my dad had a wad of keys. I don't know, like a janitor's wad, right?
Yeah.
And he fucking chucked them at the windshield as he was driving by us.
Yeah.
Cracked the windshield. The guy stops.
Yeah.
No fight happens. The guy ends up peeling out. Then the next thing I remember is my stepmom, we're in the back seat, puking out the window the entire ride home.
Oh, just because she was too drunk?
You're nervous?
Oh, yeah.
Damn it, so she was. So I wonder if anyone actually licked her arm.
Oh, no, I think she was starting shit. No, for sure. I think I've talked about it before where I was like, she fucking made that up. She wanted to see my dad fight. Because he always held back around women and children.
Yes. Was it always, when you're that young and men go at it, men, especially Luther men, that is scary business when you're that young.
Yeah, I saw my dad. Excel.
There we go.
Bingo.
Nice.
Big one.
So it shows you the price, huh? All right.
Yeah,
That's how it
gives
works.
you an idea what you're going to make. I saw my dad shove several guys.
Oakberry Akai.
There it is right there.
Oh, you see it?
Where's
my God.
sitting in front of it?
All right. Well, we drove around the block for that.
All right, so you
As you
saw
were.
him.
He fought my uncle in front of me in the garage.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That was terrible. The fucking going into walls and tools. My grandpa
Holy
never,
shit.
ever, if there was a socket set on sale, he always got it. And he would just give people socket sets when they came over. So like socket sets and WD-40 was falling off the walls and they were fucking wrestling and they're against the
full
walls
fist
into
fight.
the car. And then my dad got on top of them on the hood and they came in like they had cut their ankles. Both
Their ankles.
both of them. They were both in shorts and fucking tennis shoes. And they came in kind of bloody ankles. And then maybe my fucking uncle had like a cut on his head. And it was because it was in the period where my uncle, who was a crack addict at the height of the
was it Randy?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, sober now. He's been sober for like 30, 40
Mid to late
years.
80s.
Exactly. And he was the president of the Bakers Union. And it was just a very heartbreaking decline.
Oh.
And he ended up going to treatment a bunch of times. And he was like living at my grandparents' house. And he was just kind of in this weird coma for a very long time. It was very trippy. And everything had been tried. And a couple different times he had gone out and like sold my grandpa's car to a dealer. And my grandpa had to call my dad. Some wreckage. And my dad, I don't know how, decided, what he needs is to beat some sense into him. He needs to get thrown around the garage.
Oh.
That'll snap him out of it. And
Were you in the garage? Were you in the garage? Were you watching
yeah,
from the doorway?
they were screaming, and then they went out in the garage, and then I then went in the doorway and was just watching in the garage, just like it looked like two dogs fighting in the garage.
That's literally the definition, though, right?
scary.
Like, I'm gonna beat some sense into
Yeah.
him.
I can imagine, we tried everything. We tried treatment. We tried everything. I'm just gonna kick his ass and see if that helps.
He made that decision. That was like a thing he did because that might work as far as in 1987.
You're desperate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But maybe he's thinking like primarily, it's like, hey, this might work.
You need a little
Beat the fuck out of him.
Yeah, jerk the collar on the dog.
I mean,
I can't fault him. He had run out of. I'm sure he was desperate.
But also at that time, I feel like that was an option.
Yeah,
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But
But now I know a bunch of fight stories from my dad, but
All right, where's Yeasty Boys?
oh, double banger?
Double bang. I think it's on the next block.
Okay, great.
Stay tuned for more Mom's Car. We are supported by Allstate. You know what's smart? Checking Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds on car insurance. You know what's not smart? Not checking that your phone isn't connected to your car's Bluetooth before having a private conversation. And let me tell you, nothing quite prepares you for that moment when you realize your entire carpool just heard every detail of your last doctor's appointment through the car speakers. Talk about an awkward ride. Or how about this one? Checking Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds on car insurance is smart. Unfortunately, not checking that all your windows are closed before going through the car wash is not smart. I learned that lesson the hard way last week. There's nothing like getting an unexpected shower while you're trying to clean your car's interior. At least the kids thought it was hilarious. Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Potential savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North America Insurance Co. and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois. Get almost anything you need delivered with Uber Eats. What do we mean by almost? Well, you can't get a well-groomed lawn delivered, but you can get chicken parmesan delivered. A day at the lake? That's a no. A Philly cheesesteak? That's a yes. An afternoon stroll? Sorry, no. A burrito bowl? Happily, yes. What about a day of sunshine? Not happening. A box of fine chocolates? Yes, that's happening. Delivery on its way. Okay, how about some clear skies? No. Well then, how about some French fries? Yep. A little escape? No. A delicious bowl of grapes? Yes, that. How about a freshly cut lawn? Can't help you there. But barbecue prawns, order it and it's on its way. Get almost anything delivered with Uber Eats. Order now. Product availability may vary by region. See app for details.
Yeasty Boys. Wow.
Yeah, that's all I ever
That's pretty funny. That's a
huh?
pretty funny name.
That's the only action I saw him in. But I knew all these stories, and then you do wonder how much these stories are real.
Well,
Or, you know.
your dad lived in a time.
my family
your dad was
had
closing
so
deals
many
on
stories.
Your dad
Yeah.
was closing sales deals over martinis at lunch in the 70s.
We were just talking about that.
Which is the cool. I mean, the worst and coolest thing
that's
ever.
where when you go to Morton's to close a couple.
That's what they used to do.
Yeah.
Get the napkin, the cocktail napkin out, have a couple martinis, and let's make a deal.
Yeah, we were just talking about it at Morton's. My dad would take these poor guys across the street to the bar right across the street from Avis Ford, and they'd be drinking with this charismatic guy. But he was a professional drinker.
Yes.
And they'd get shit-faced, and they'd buy a way too expensive car. And numerous times they got T-bone pulling out of Avis Ford in their brand new car that they couldn't afford because they were fucking shit-faced.
All right.
Oh my
Presumably
God.
they needed to buy a second car as soon as they got that insurance money.
I just heard somebody.
Are we
recently-
here?
Oh, Yeasty
It
Boys.
is.
Oh, it's a food truck right there.
Oh, it's a fucking food truck.
okay.
This is a first.
By the way, they also have. That's the way the Beasties wrote them. Have they licensed that?
There's no way that this
Oh,
is
yeah, that is the
officially
writing.
been
That's the
licensed.
writing.
That's kind of
I'm
like
not gonna, I don't want to out anybody, but
Yeah, I don't want to cause any lawsuits.
Cause any
but-
problems.
but
It's almost
there.
like Ted Seeger stealing Bob Seger's name.
That's very similar.
Oh, by the way, he should thank you because that picture is awesome of that person.
That's Aaron's dad.
That's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
And he looks great. By the way, he must have been
he was
gorgeous.
so handsome. My
He had a-
mom was so horny
I bet.
for his dad.
He had a beautiful mustache.
He looked just like Sam Elliott. And he was such a rugged man. He was a Marine and he was a roofer.
He must have been
was
so strong because he's so strong.
Yes, the two of them. I roofed with them for quite a while. And yeah, the big test of a man if you're a roofer is if you can carry two bundles on your shoulders
Right.
as you climb the ladder.
Right.
35 feet and not lose
Okay.
your...
Now we're on the road.
Now we're on the road.
We're talking about how handsome and studly your dad was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carrying bundles.
Bundles up
How that was the
35.
test of a roofer, like how many fucking bundles you could carry up the ladder.
By the way, you know what's funny about
Short-lived life. Go figure.
Yeah.
you know what's funny about what you're saying is I identify. You said very casually, yeah, I roofed with them for a little while. We all in the old days, in the 80s, would have. I dug trenches with my friend at his dad's electric company. There's just certain things that you did for jobs when you were really young.
Yeah.
That you just did them.
You did them, and by the way, they were very motivating to do something else, which is
I couldn't wait to not be there anymore.
Yes.
Fucking hated it.
The gift of all those jobs.
Yes, working at my family's HVAC company. I was like, I mean, when you're counting the clock and it's like 12:10, you have 5 more hours. You're going, fuck.
I think about this all the time for HVAC guys. The height of their action is when it's 105 out and everyone's air conditioning has broke.
Yes.
And then they get into an attic where all the fucking equipment
crawl spaces.
and it's 140 in there. I mean, how hot is it in there?
Yeah.
Tell Nate about the fucking the slaughterhouse we got closed.
Oh, dude, this doesn't even seem real.
No, it's to this day
happened.
the grossest experience of my whole life.
My dad had, I don't want to say a contract with these people. He was just involved with these people that owned meatpacking companies in Detroit. He knew them all. He would put the roofs on all of the buildings, or most likely repair all of these buildings were fucking old as all hell.
Detroit,
and everyone does not want to spend money. You know, they want to pay you in ribs. And when my dad died, I did so many repairs for these guys and fucking had to buy a deep freezer because I did take my payment in ribs. They talked me into it in 5 seconds.
Yes, of course you did. That's hysterical.
Yeah. I would watch them saw it off, the fucking animal. They would make me watch it. These guys are like, we're going to pay you in ribs and you're going to watch it. Like, I didn't want to watch it.
I don't even want to see it raw. I want to.
How are they doing it? What do they do when they're
They
sawing
have a bandsaw, right?
The bandsaw, yes, exactly. So Dax and I were, I don't know, was this high school?
12th grade, yeah.
17, 18 years old. And,
no, we were living in Dearborn.
So we were like 20 or 19.
Yeah.
My dad being involved with these guys, but he's a roofer, keep in mind. I don't fucking know how this came up.
Yeah.
They decide they want a connecting building to one of theirs that has been abandoned for many, many years, decades or something, which was an old slaughterhouse. My dad said, I'll clean this place out for you.
No problem.
You know, give me whatever he must have said.
6 years of ribs.
Yeah, give me lots of ribs. Keep them coming.
And I want to keep any of the ribs I find while I'm cleaning.
You walked down into it, so you got a picture. This was a functioning slaughterhouse for decades.
Wow.
Now, the whole floor is concrete. You can't see this, but it's all channels of drainage. There's nothing drained. So it's
sludge.
Sludge. And the sludge is animal liquid
stuff.
And adding to that, there's huge 4x4, or maybe they were bigger, traps in the cement that go down.
That you can't see.
That you can't see because the whole thing. So the dad's like, don't walk over there. There's 4 traps. And if you were to have walked in one, you would have gone up
he had
over
a
your head.
blueprint of
Holy
it.
shit, in animal sludge.
Yes. Oh,
You would drown in it.
That's
Now there's pipes, and I don't remember if these were water gas lines or if they were just pipes where they hung animals from. I'm guessing that's what it was. But all these pipes that were kind of at your head level, and you had to duck to go under them, and there was skin and stuff that were hanging that would go into your mouth, you would try to be dodging something, and something else would go into your mouth, and you're like, ah!
Yeah. Somehow you started a day before I did, I feel like, because I remember about to walk in, and you're like, you have to be smoking the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
You're working.
Yeah, you can't.
And you had to. You had to have a cigarette in your mouth.
Please
And his dad had a cigar.
Yeah, blow it directly into your nose. So let it just go into your nose.
But I love, but you're sucking the dart and you're blowing the smoke through your nose out, which is the best.
You're only sucking in. You're never exhaling.
Is anybody wearing masks? No. No way.
No.
And
Not that.
No, God forbid.
God forbid. No
Stay
one
alive.
But you have more than a 5-year
We did talk about when
cigarettes.
my dad died. I'm like, I wonder if that slaughterhouse had something to do with it.
Yes.
Yes.
What did we pick up? Dude, his dad was hitting one of these huge pipes that delivers all the sludge. And it looked like an HVAC kind of huge pipe.
Yep.
And he was hitting it with a sludge hammer because he had to get all that piping out of there. And it fucking broke over. And it covered him. Like, you can't do this on television with animal sludge.
Holy shit.
And his dad didn't give a fuck. And dude, we worked in there for however long we worked in there, however many hours, and you just were taking 5-gallon buckets.
You got rid of it with 5-gallon buckets, filling the sludge. So that's how we're gonna empty the building. Not with a fucking some kind of extraction pump.
You actually had to scoop it with a bucket.
Yeah,
Dude.
5 gallons at a time.
And take it up the stairs and dump it. I don't even remember where we dumped it in the alley.
City sewer.
How bad was the smell? How bad was the smell?
The worst.
It was the fucking grossest
The worst.
thing. We would be dry heaving, like every 15 minutes you'd have a spell of dry heaving and then light a cigarette.
You couldn't get into your, like my dad's truck, I remember, he fucking had someone torch it. Because
For real?
it stunk so bad. He was at that job for so long that he was trying to sell it. He's like, I gotta fucking sell this truck. You cannot get the smell out.
No way.
No one would buy it. And he had
Dead
someone
body
torch
smell.
it for him to get the insurance.
That's just called TCB and taking care of business.
He had to.
Oh, okay, so we're in there all day long, and we're so disgusted. And we've said numerous times during the day, we're never eating meat again. It's such a terrible idea, right? And we're riding with his dad, 3 in the truck. And his dad's first stop was White Castle.
What?
And he ordered like 20 hamburgers.
Dude, Nate, and guess what he ordered to wash it down with? Who the fuck wouldn't get a Coke with that? He got a black coffee.
A black coffee and 20 burgers.
Oh, man.
And he just was driving with a bag between his legs, just eating the burgers like potato chips.
White Castle burgers.
And that almost was the most I almost threw up.
Did you,
Threw up
the
whole-
smell of that after...
we're like, he's a psychopath. The fact that he could fucking be eating hamburgers right now. And he got covered in fucking...
Yeah, we're like, wow, there's something in him that's not in us.
He's a...
for
Yeah,
sure.
he's made of something different than us.
Needs
buddy's-
to make him different.
Nice
Oh,
move.
no, it wasn't
that
a
was
nice
it.
move. I was supposed to get off there.
Oops,
fuck.
Sir Daisy.
That got confusing. That's
Uh-oh.
okay. We'll figure it out.
By the way, I gotta say, I've been watching this map.
Yeah.
This is quite a drive from a Silver Lake.
Oh, but we've gone up to Sunland. We've had 35-minute rides.
Yesterday
people don't
we
care
took
whether-
something from Silver Lake to USC.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty much always looking at proximity. That's part of my order when I order this stuff.
Same. And it's been illuminating. I also thought, wouldn't you assume it was people with a lot of discretionary income? Like,
Yes.
Yeah. Not the case at all.
Really?
Yeah. Every single person's ordering food. That's how it is.
That's just the way it is.
in LA.
Look at this. Look at this. Is that a Cadillac right there?
Oh, yeah,
Look at
yeah.
that
That's
thing.
79.
What a beauty.
Yeah. That's a really nice machine.
That's
It still got
original.
some giddy up and go.
He got it,
and no fucking exhaust came out the back.
No.
I haven't seen a Cadillac accelerate in 30 years without it looking like a diesel, without it rolling coal.
Yeah, he jumped right out there.
Yeah, he did. Like a little bunny rabbit. This is half of the
Half the battle.
the job is finding these addresses.
Door.
Oh, it's
Yep,
behind.
that's
Yeah,
it.
okay.
There it is. Oh, there it is. I saw it.
Wonderful.
All right.
Really
Does
good.
she have both deliveries?
So that was 2 separate orders?
Yeah, that's the dream, is when you can get a double whammy.
Was there any communication, or did you leave it at the door?
Leave at the door, which is such a bummer. I had a fantasy that I'd be meeting a bunch of people on this.
So my first job-
99% leave at the door.
My first job,
Oh, I'm so glad this came out.
dude.
Jean-Claude?
Yes. My first job in Hollywood was delivering scripts. This is 1994. And so back then, the breakdown services, you get a stack of scripts, you get your clipboard, and you drive around, and that is your day. And you have a Thomas guide. So the Thomas guide is, you know Thomas guide is
do,
how you're
yes.
finding. And in LA, it's so fun because LA is just one giant grid.
Yeah.
But I would have oftentimes pretty bizarre moments at the front door. It wasn't like Uber when you can just leave it at the door. There's always something kind of weird or odd. Anyway,
Right.
so it's a Friday. I get a stack of scripts, really trafficy day, and so I was falling behind. Now, when you're doing this, You got to keep your schedule because you got to get through your scripts. You got to fill your clipboard. You got to make your deliveries. You got to get paid. Right?
You gotta get paid.
You got to get paid. I started falling behind. And by the way, you get so stressed out. So I'm doing it. By the way, I have two stories that are, because it's about road rage at a certain point. The road rage one is unbelievable. I'll hold on that one. Okay. First is this one. So usually I'll peek at the script sometimes because they were delivering to I'm delivering to Samuel L. Jackson's house. I'm delivering to so-and-so's house. I'm like, yeah, I'm so excited. Yes. I was so young.
Oh, yeah.
And but I was so behind. I didn't give a fuck who was on these. I was just trying to get them off and unload them as fast as I could. It was 10 p.m.
Oh.
10 p.m. on a Friday night. I never was that late before. And I had to go to Chatsworth. It's so far away.
I don't think I knew. I know the story so well, but I don't think I knew it was 10 p.m.
It was late.
Okay, that justifies a little more this story.
It does.
Okay,
it does.
Okay.
It was so late that I was embarrassed already when I pulled up. I was like, how am I going to navigate this?
Yeah.
I didn't even look at the name on the script.
You might be waking this person up.
That's how I felt. And also, it was Chatsworth. It's quiet. It's dark.
Yeah.
It's a gated community. I have to buzz the gate first, walk up a long pathway to the front door. I do that. I think I even said this. I was like, Bzz, sorry, I'm late. Script delivery. And it buzzed. And I walked up this very quiet walkway up to the door. The door is flanked by 2 windows, right? Vertical windows. I ring the doorbell and I kind of peek through the window and I see something pass down the hallway, like a flowing robe or something. And I was like, got a little nervous. And the door opens and it's Jean-Claude Van Damme. Oh. And he's in a robe.
Yeah.
It's sort of open, so his chest is showing.
Yeah.
He's holding a cocktail that he made himself, like a cocktail glass. And I see over his shoulder right away, a woman crosses frame who's also in a bathrobe.
Oh,
baby.
they're post-coital.
He's staring at me, daggers at me.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry it's so late on a Friday night. Can I please get your signature? And he looks at me and he goes, he doesn't say a word. And I hand him my clipboard. And my clipboard is full of all the previous delivery signatures. So all the signatures, and there's one slot available.
I gotta get my papers. I gotta do my filing.
I did. I was such a nerd. I just had to get it done. I hand him my clipboard and my pen, and he goes like this. He's staring at me, and he goes, and I go, and he goes, oh, and he's staring at me, and I go, thank you, and he goes, thank you, and I go, thank you, and he goes, thank you. And I'm like, oh, fuck. I grab my clipboard, I turn around, I start walking away, and he goes, thank you! He's right over my shoulder. And I'm like, oh my. And right then, I swear to God, in my mind, there were here's what happened. I was exhilarated. I was like, this, I can't believe this is happening. And then I was like, I swear to God, I go, what if he roundhouses me in the back of the head? I literally had that thought, and I was waiting for something to go.
You're waiting to get kicked in the back of the head.
You know that feeling, right?
Yes. When the dude is behind you in school, and you know he's going to shove you.
Yes.
You're just waiting for that shove.
Van Damme walks me all the way down that long pathway, then I'm right behind me going, thank you! Thank you!
What the fuck? That's so fucking bonkers.
It was so bonkers.
And now, in retrospect, also very consistent with him. Now.
For me, he was a hero back then. It was 1994.
Yes, Bloodsport.
Bloodsport.
Well, I wish you would have knocked on the door and you would have looked through the window and he's doing the splits inside. Because he has to do 3 hours of splits a day to
I
stay
spent the ride
conditioned.
home, the ride back to the station. First of all, I was laughing on the way home. I couldn't wait to show him my clipboard. Because it was such a mess. It was this big circle over and over again. Yeah. But then I was thinking about what were they doing? He was so pissed off that I interrupted. He clearly, because I remember long blonde hair. I was like, this is so advanced. They're having cocktails in their robes.
Yeah.
A real night. I'm sure he planned it.
He's rich and famous.
And it was still kind of early in his career, so I imagine he was loving this night he had planned. He was so pissed off at me for interrupting his night. The whole drive back, I was like, God damn this guy. I go, must be awesome. to be such a star.
Yeah.
I go fucking having a date with his robes on and his cocktails from his cocktail bar.
Why is he so upset?
Right.
Get over it.
Yeah,
I hate to say I can relate. I mean, I
that's-
really hate to say it.
now
but
I
it's-
can too.
I know. You just want to go like, just throw the fucking script on the ground. What? Sign my name. What? You don't. You really?
I
need
didn't
my-
have to. It was in an envelope. Like
You were playing it like crossing your T's and dotting your
I
I's.
was such a nerd. Like I really wanted to get it all done.
Yeah.
But I will say this though. Usually I will. Again, I told you I'll look at the names. It was the best surprise ever for him to open the door, half dressed, holding a cocktail.
Fuck.
It was probably the best entrance you've ever seen. Can I just quickly tell you?
Yes, please.
What happened to me about my road rage? Because
please.
because when you're delivering scripts like that at a young age, for me, I just knew I was getting day by day more and more road ragey. And I was young and a lot of testosterone pumped through the veins. And I was like, I'd gotten in some fights at that point. So I was like, let's go. And I had some successful ones where I was like feeling good about myself. And by the way, it's so weird because there's no such thing as a successful road rage incident.
I agree now, yeah.
So I'm at the height of it's the height of traffic. It's like 5 p.m. I'm at Robertson and Olympic.
Yuck.
Such a congested place. It's yuck.
Yeah.
And I am trying to take a turn left. The guy in front of me will not turn. I'm like, he's gonna stick me in the intersection to red, and I'm gonna be stuck.
Yeah.
I'm so pissed. I'm laying on my horn. Let's go! Let's go! I mean, I lost all control. And all of a sudden, the guy's driver's door opens.
Oh.
And before he even steps out,
in an intersection. Not even at a light.
and
like-
it's congested.
Yeah.
People everywhere. His door opens. Before I even get out, my door opens. I jump out. I'm exhilarated. I'm like, come on, motherfucker! I'm like, let's go! I get
and that'll
out,
make you insane.
yelling in front of everybody.
Yeah,
There's so many people in the cars watching this. Guess who steps out? An 80-year-old man. He steps out and he's like, ooh, ooh, ooh. And I was like this. I was like, come on, motherfucker! And I stop and I look around, and everybody in the intersection is staring at me.
Oh my God.
And I felt so bad.
Dude, that's like one step away from the automatic arm puts a wheelchair out. And then he climbs into it.
And
What do you do?
I kind of looked around. I saw everyone. I felt immediately like a villain in a story.
Yes.
And I put my hand up and I said, I'm sorry. I got emotional in my car. I was like,
Who am I?
I lost all control. I was like, that poor man.
Who have I become?
What did it take him to get out of his car and want to square up?
Yes, because you were fucking honking so much and screaming,
yelling.
fine.
He's like, fine, I'll do this. And I drove, and I got emotional driving around, and I was like, you know what? And I swear to God, I said it. I go, that's it for road rage for me. I go, that's it.
Really?
It was so impactful.
Wow.
It was like, I had a moment. I was like, and I did not, for years after that, I was like, fuck it.
God, that's great. What a correction. I certainly had some regrettable ones, but I couldn't contain it. I just couldn't contain it. It was a long road for me.
For me, that was 94. I mean, then once we hit the turn of the century, all bets were off. I think I was back in the...
Okay, back in business.
But for many years, think about the impact of that.
I was trying to remember, do you remember either of you the first time you guys hung out?
I was supposed to go out with you on you were going to drive across country. I bailed at the last second. And I was pretty bummed out. But then when you came back and told me the stories that happened when you were out there, I was like, oh fuck. I'm kind of glad I wasn't there. That was when you got into that massive brawl you went to go see...
David Allan Coe.
Yes.
Oh.
I was supposed to go to that. And you came back and I was like, I'm fucking glad I did not go on that one. Then you came out.
I got this first time in my life I got hit with a crowbar.
Hopefully the last time.
That was like a fucking 80s movie to come down the alley and see that
You had an alley fight, like the like Rumblefish.
He has these cab drivers who were, I mean,
That's right, that's right.
My story is they were fucking with us really bad, but I imagine they were probably, we were probably terrible. We were leaving a David Allan Coe show at 3 p.m. and we were all
Hammered.
blackout drunk.
Yeah.
But I remember what set me up was something about my ex-girlfriend, she wanted to get out of the car, and he went and opened the door, and then I was hit in the back of this, whatever.
You were in the back of the taxi?
Yeah, we had like, shockingly, we had gotten cabs. We were really responsible. So we had like
That was very shocking.
Yeah,
But
maybe Bree spearheaded that. I don't know. Some of the women probably.
Woman's
Yeah.
responsible friend of ours.
Yeah, but when we got to the house and we finally got left out, me and Dean chased these cabs, and they went down this alley behind a mobile gas station, and then we ran down the alley, and they parked at the end of it. But then as we were running down, there were 2 more cabs that weren't involved.
Oh, boy.
And there's like 3 guys running up the alley, but then there's a 4th and 5th guy getting out of their car, and the 5th guy grabs a crowbar out of the trunk of his fucking Crown Vic. And I'm like,
It's Crown Vic.
what's our play here? Yeah.
Your
and there
play was, you had no choice.
I had one successful uppercut. Like I did drop one guy, and that was right about the time the guy with the crowbar hit Dean in the arm. It
That's
just
right. You told me that. I remember that. I remember that.
it was
Right.
destroyed. And I couldn't turn and leave Dean, so I wanted to, but so I kind of like kept going, and then as Dean now, the guy with the crowbars turned his attention on me, now Dean's running the other way, and now I turn to start running away, and as I'm running away, I just feel this fucking crowbar hit me in the back.
In the back?
Yeah, I had an incredible egg on my back.
You came back and you told me that story, and I was like, ooh, boy. I was like, that's a major league. That's a major league brawl.
Oh, you would have fit right in there.
crowbar.
You would have loved
No, you
it.
came out, and then I think it was the backyard of
I mean, did you guys
Scotty
ever
and I's
party
house.
together?
It was when you came out. I'm not sure if it was your graduation party for UCLA. Did you come out for his graduation party?
I don't know.
I think you were there.
But I do remember.
And we were partying in the backyard of mine and Scotty's place.
Sure. I do remember partying with you there, doing some blow and some drinky. And
Drinky poo.
I want to say I met you at a hotel pool that we broke into with someone's room key or something.
The one
Miramar?
You guys
the
used to go
Miramar.
to all the time?
The Miramar, yeah.
I think that was, because I remember, falling in love with you immediately. Because you were not only so personable, you're a baseball player.
Yes,
Yeah.
because Dax had
Fucking
told me
hilarious and charming. And
and I hadn't heard so many stories at that point. That's why I wanted to go out there also, because Dax, all we did was tell stories about our buddies back home. That's all. I mean, we just drink together and tell stories. And so at that point, I remember us being in the backyard of our house, and we were just hugging on each other, drinking.
Yeah.
It was just a very loving. And your mom was even there. So she was there.
She was used to that because we worked for her.
At a certain point, she told you and I, all we were doing was hanging out and talking at the barbecue. And she's like, hey, you too. Let's go. Like,
Break it up a little bit.
Spread it out.
Spread it out.
Talk to everybody
Your
else.
attention.
Yes.
That sounds like Laura.
Yes.
But Aaron gave you the ultimate compliment on an episode of, I think, Race to 270, which is, I don't know if Monica asked him, like, did you ever get jealous? Well, we were very good at being best friends, but then new people would come in and we'd have friendships with those people. And we really had a good thing. And then Aaron said, I guess the only person maybe I was jealous of was Nate.
Yeah.
He's like, he was the only friend of Dax's. I thought, this guy might be.
yeah, like I said, I wanted to be part of it more than I wasn't jealous. I wanted to come out here and be part of it. I was like, well, fuck, he has someone that good that, like, I want to be part of it. I don't want Nate to go away. I need to come out and be part of it.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I felt like all I wanted to do was be a part of what Dax was doing. He would drive across country. He'd go do a show. He'd got to hang out with his best friends. And remember, I knew all the stories about you guys. I knew all of them. So I was struggling a little bit. I was like trying to find my way. I couldn't take 4 days off to go do it. But you were like, and you got frustrated with me because I kept saying no. So you were like, you weren't frustrated. You were kind of disappointed.
Sure.
Because
what I wanted is for you to come to Michigan and to put on a show for you.
Yes.
We did that for Kareem one year.
And I wanted to.
And it was so fun. Get a junker car, go to the
He told me that
Middle Road.
you guys went to some lot and fucked up that car.
The Taurus, the Ford Taurus.
But made him
And he came back.
Yeah.
He came back and he was telling me he had a blast. And I was like,
Yeah.
I was.
Yeah, he was a city boy who had the full country experience.
Yeah, and I was so
on that.
jealous. 'Cause I was like, I'd have been much better guest than Kareem. I guess how I was feeling in my head.
I'd be a much better guest.
You got an incoming.
Oh no, it's a
that's
call.
so cool. Want to do one question?
Sure.
Let's do a question. We'll see what kind of advice Nate has to offer.
Okay, Nate, this is a fun story.
Oh, this is the perfect story for
Yeah,
Nate.
I even put your name on it because
It's not really even a question.
It's not a question. It's kind of a fun story.
Oh, I wanna
that
hear
we
it.
thought, well, we should read this with Nate.
Let's do it.
Okay. Paul Hensler. He says, I was accused of sexually harassing / putting my fingers in a fellow male coworker's butt.
Sorry.
Well, you don't have to be sorry. This is insanity. I've been thinking about it for 2 days.
I feel blessed to never have that accusation levied against me.
I had a coworker who worked under me who was a terrible, lazy worker. I would get on him because he would always fall asleep on lawnmowers while driving and just randomly all the time. He felt he was untouchable since we work for a school district. I would report.
I can see that.
Me too.
Yeah.
I would report all the incidents that happened to my supervisor. He started getting verbal warnings and then physical write-ups. He never changed. In fact, got even worse with not getting the jobs done and always showing up late. I think he started to feel the heat and pressure from our bosses, so he decided to throw out some pretty off-the-wall allegations against me, claiming I was cussing him out all the time. I would always slap his ass and rub his shoulders constantly.
Why would you rub shoulders of a guy you hate?
The kicker, though, is that he claimed that I came up behind him one time, and I quote, he inserted 2, maybe 3 fingers into my bottom. None of this was true, and all of my fellow coworkers backed me up in this legal investigation.
Wow.
I believe it was all in retaliation of him being a shitty employee and trying to get the heat off of him. After a several month-long, 9-month investigation
Jesus.
with interviews and multiple legal emails,
Whoa.
I was found not to be at fault for any of these allegations. He was pretty much forced to resign, and now he is gone, and I am free of him. So, write a story.
My favorite detail is 2 or 3.
Yes. That's the best part of the story.
That was in this guy's email to HR.
I think it's wild if you make an accusation like that you haven't worked through the physics of all that.
My brain goes
think
to that.
about, you have to slide your hand
Inside the jean
inside the back of the jeans
and
with
get
the
that
belt,
finger into the
and then
butthole.
all the way through the butt crack, and you've not moved or run away.
Or you're not in a position to do that. You're not
Right.
You're not making out in the closet.
Yeah, these aren't naked men.
That's what I'm saying.
Walking
You
around.
would have to be
Hugging and
naked
doing
on
this.
all fours, looking at something on the ground, distracted, where you could maybe get some
Okay.
one, maybe
or-
one.
Okay.
3 fingers up an ass is going to take some doing.
I think that, first of all, when it gets down towards the asshole, when you're inside the butt cheeks, 1 finger goes inside the butthole, 2 are right on the edge. It's like that.
That's with a lot of lube.
Anyone's gonna feel like that's 3. So I understand that.
Okay, yeah. I bet 1 might feel like 3.
Let
Yeah.
me say this about that. It could also be if you're wearing sweatpants.
And maybe he had
pretty-
big fingers. Well, maybe
You can get the hand down the back of sweatpants pretty fast
Okay.
without having to be in an embrace.
Then I think you would have said, I was wearing sweatpants one day.
I think you're right.
Yeah, and also probably can't wear sweatpants on the job if you work for the school district.
But you're on a lawnmower. You're
Was he on a lawnmower?
Was he sitting on a lawnmower?
yes. This is
Well,
he
it
fell.
maybe could've
Well, he
been.
fell asleep on lawnmowers.
Oh, that feels dangerous as hell.
Well, so he was maybe
I get it.
mowing lawn for the school district.
Yeah, that's a good job.
Yeah.
But you're right though. There's a lot of detail that's not covered.
He
up.
didn't think it through. Yeah, I agree.
There's a great Sedaris story about him talking to doctors, and he said almost every doctor he's ever met has a story about someone coming in with an object in their rectum. And they all seem to have a similar excuse, which
I
is,
can't wait to hear this.
fell down.
That's what they say.
Well, Nate Tuck, this was so much fun.
I mean,
buddy.
We could just hang out. By the way,
I know.
we could go to Vegas.
Yes. You go to the chicken ranch.
It would be no different.
I know. But isn't it nostalgic?
By the way, it's so true. Sitting back here also, by the way, when you sit in the back seat, have you noticed the position? Look at my legs.
Spread wide.
And it feels totally natural to do it. It reminds me of when you're younger. So you're hanging out. You're also like leaning here and talking
forward.
to
Yeah.
them.
No one's
like,
belted. Zero concern for safety.
The fender bender turns into someone going right over the
Torpedoing
me.
through. Well, I love you. It's so fun to be with two of my very best friends of all time in one car.
Baby.
Thank you.
So good.